Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this market update here. The US market opened about an hour ago right now, probably an hour and 15 minutes if you're watching this video after I upload it. But wanted to do a full update on the current market situation. Wanted to do an update also on Bitcoin, on XRP, my videos I made earlier this morning. And just in general, my thoughts on the markets right here. Because the market, let's be completely honest, I mean, it's not been great the last 24 hours. And before that, I mean, we had a glimpse of hope on Wednesday and Thursday. But that really did not end well. And right now the sentiment in the market is also very bearish again. A lot of people, well, at least a lot of people around me, you still have pockets of crypto, pockets around the crypto markets that are super bullish right now on the price. I'm personally not. Now, what we talked about this morning is that we are at or that we had a crucial level we needed to respect. We did do that, right? And what I said this morning, just directly is, or at least what I said specifically, is that we need to get such a strong touch that it will be a wick into that level. So that's 83.2. There you have the POC and the trend line. And if we actually do get such a strong reaction, we have a chance to actually still bounce up. I mean, what happens sometimes is that after having a fake out, that the price drops back down to the POC, finds support there, and then has a real breakout. So that's still in play, and we'll talk about that later. But overall, I have to admit that I have turned slightly more bearish on the markets as well, and I'll tell you why. And it has has multiple reasons. First of all, if we take a look at the stock market, what you can see right now is that the stock market opened much lower. A lot of weakness in pre-market stock market trading. Right now you can see we traded lower, but there isn't really any strength to fill the gap. I think we could still fill the gap, might still take a bit longer, but in general this is not great, all right? We need to see the S&P 500 reclaim this level. And if we don't, I don't really see any other reason that could push Bitcoin above our main resistance level at 84.6. All right, so what you can also see is that, I mean, right here, I mean, 1 hour time frame, we're pushing down. So that's not great. Now, do I expect us to fill that gap? Yeah, at some point of time I do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get that bullish reclaim, and it's obviously a bearish indication that we're opening this much lower. Whatever it is, I don't care. I mean, the dollar strength index has been a bit stronger, so maybe that plays a part. But I don't care. But this is bearish, all right? So even if we fill the gap, we might have some bullish momentum short term. But is that going to be enough to break above 84.7, 84.6? I'm afraid not, right? Because what we see outside of this is that if you take a look at the Coinbase Bitcoin price, that's trading at a massive discount right here. Now the discount is decreasing a bit right here, but it's still pretty big. Like it's 4.5% minus, or 0.045. So this is a pretty severe selling going on Coinbase, which is never a great sign. And then the market as a whole, look, it's just very correlated to Bitcoin, and there isn't that much strength, there isn't that much volume coming into the markets right now, which is just overall not a great indication about the markets, all right? And strong markets, or at least the stronger the market is, the higher the chance also that Bitcoin can actually get that bullish breakout. So can we still do that, talking about Bitcoin? Yes, but I mean, something major needs to happen. We need to get some sort of major leverage coming into the price, like we had last week Friday, for example, or we need some sort of major spot volume coming into the price, or just in general news, right? I mean, if we get some bullish news for crypto, we can break out easily. But at this point of time, that's not happening, all right? So unless something major changes, I think short term we can rally a bit higher if the S&P 500 is going to fill the gap to the upside, because Bitcoin usually follows that. But ultimately, I have to say, under the current circumstances, that it is most likely that we will drop back down to the support level right here at 81.6. Now, hopefully that's not true, and hopefully something does change and we get some bullish news. But unfortunately, for now, I have to say that's most likely. Now, talking about XRP real quick, before we talk about other altcoins, XRP, same exact scenario, a little bit more bearish potentially. We're still shedding a lot of leverage, as you can see right here. We're losing a lot of momentum right here, but you can also see, if you take a look at the volume for XRP, that's been on the decline, like that has declined a lot as well. It's down 40% last 24 hours. Well, the weekend hasn't even started. And XRP has dropped down below the POC at 2.41. So again, I mean, the POC is a bigger area, and we actually do still have some volume a bit lower as well. But we do have to hold this level right here around 2.35 if we still want to see that move into 2.7. And like I said, given the way the market is looking right now, and given the fact that there's no specific momentum coming into XRP, I have to say that I think it's most likely we're actually going to drop down lower, which is a shame because XRP did have that momentum earlier this week. And I think XRP would have gone up to the top of the range right here around 2.7 if the markets were a bit stronger. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. Now, talking about other altcoins, look, there's no major, I mean, I hate to be negative like this, and trust me, better times will come, all right? So don't worry about that. Stay optimistic, and there are still trading opportunities, all right? If you take a look at the market right now, I mean, there are coins like Orca, there's coins like Auction. Earlier this week, the Binance ecosystem had a huge pump, so there are definitely still opportunities. It's just a little bit harder to find them. So at this point of time, there are no major narratives that are very strong. There are some coins though that are quite interesting. So then we're talking about Alchemy Pay, for example. I think that's a coin that's quite interesting right here. Has already rallied a lot, but it has so much volume that I think if you catch a nice pullback on this, it's definitely worth it. Velo is also, as you can see right here, trying to form some sort of an uptrend, so that's also very interesting. Also is getting a lot of volume over the course of today, so that's a coin to keep your eyes on. And then outside of that, I mean, you have to look very well, right? Sanctum also showing some promise here, also getting some volume. It's now at a very tricky level to buy. I personally would not buy right here, but there are these coins, like I said, such as Cloud, such as Velo, that's Velodrome by the way, and Alchemy Pay that are rallying. You just have to find them, all right? And those three I actually do think can still rally up higher. But that's I'll try to keep you updated on those. For now, I think that's what you need to know regarding the markets. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.